White truffle. White truffle is one of the most expensive foods on earth and grows underground near the roots of oak and hazel trees in the Piedmont region of northern Italy. It cannot be farmed or cultivated and must be hunted by trained dogs who detect its powerful earthy aroma beneath the soil. The season lasts only a few weeks each autumn, and a single kilogram can sell for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. It is shaved in paper-thin slices over pasta, eggs, and risotto, and its flavor disappears almost entirely when heated, which is why it is always added raw at the very last moment. Saffron. Saffron is the most expensive spice in the world by weight, and comes from the dried stigmas of the Crocus sativus flower. Each flower produces only 3 stigmas, and they must be harvested entirely by hand during a brief window each morning before the sun rises too high. It takes roughly 150,000 flowers to produce a single kilogram of saffron. Iran produces the vast majority of the world's supply. It gives dishes a distinctive golden color and a warm honeyed floral flavor, and appears in Spanish paella, Persian rice dishes, and Moroccan tagines. Wagyu beef. Wagyu is a breed of cattle from Japan that produces meat with an extraordinary level of fat marbling running through every muscle. The fat melts at body temperature, which gives the meat a buttery texture unlike any other beef in the world. The most prized Wagyu comes from the Kobe region of Japan and must meet strict grading standards before it can carry the Kobe name. A single steak can cost several $100s in a restaurant, and the experience of eating it is described as closer to eating rich butter than conventional meat. Beluga caviar. Beluga caviar comes from the eggs of the beluga sturgeon, a massive ancient fish that lives in the Caspian Sea and can take over 20 years to reach maturity. The eggs are large, dark gray, and have a smooth, buttery flavor with a subtle oceanic richness. Because the beluga sturgeon is critically endangered, genuine beluga caviar is one of the rarest and most tightly regulated foods in the world. A single kilogram can sell for over $10,000, making it the most expensive caviar variety available. Fugu. Fugu is a Japanese pufferfish that contains a lethal poison called tetrodotoxin in its organs. Preparing it safely requires years of specialist training and a government-issued license in Japan. The flesh itself is completely safe to eat when prepared correctly, and has a delicate mild flavor served as sashimi or in hot pot dishes. The combination of extreme danger, technical skill, and cultural history makes fugu one of the most talked about luxury dining experiences in the world. Matsutake mushroom. Matsutake is a rare wild mushroom found in the forests of Japan, Korea, China, and parts of Scandinavia. It grows only in very specific conditions under certain pine trees, and its habitat has been shrinking for decades due to pine forest decline. Japanese matsutake is the most prized variety and can cost over $1,000 per kilogram at peak season. It has a distinctive spicy aromatic fragrance unlike any other mushroom, and is traditionally prepared simply, grilled or steamed in rice, so the flavor is not overwhelmed. Iberico ham. Iberico ham comes from a specific breed of black pig, raised in the oak forests of Spain and Portugal. The pigs spend the final months of their lives roaming freely and feeding exclusively on acorns, which gives the fat a unique nutty flavor and high oleic acid content similar to olive oil. The hams are salt-cured and then air-dried for a minimum of 2 years and sometimes up to 5. The finest grade is called Jamon Iberico de Bellota, and a single whole leg can cost over $1,000. Bird's nest soup. Bird's nest soup is a Chinese delicacy made from the dried saliva nests of swiftlets, small birds that build their nests entirely from strands of their own hardened saliva on cave walls in Southeast Asia. Harvesting the nests requires climbing to extreme heights inside dark caves, and the process is both dangerous and labor-intensive. The nests dissolve into a gelatinous texture when cooked in broth. A single bowl in a high-end restaurant can cost over $100, and the ingredient has been consumed in Chinese culture for over 4 centuries as a symbol of wealth and health. Manuka honey. Manuka honey is produced by bees that feed exclusively on the flowers of the manuka tree, which grows only in New Zealand and parts of southeastern Australia. It has a thick, dark texture, a rich, earthy flavor, and a significantly higher concentration of a compound called methylglyoxal compared to regular honey. This compound gives it documented antibacterial properties that regular honey does not have. Premium grades are certified and tested, and a small jar of the highest grade manuka can sell for several $100s. Dinsuk watermelon. Densuk watermelon is a rare variety grown exclusively on the island of Hokkaido in northern Japan. It has a completely black-green rind with no stripes, and the flesh inside is notably sweeter and crisper than any other watermelon variety. Only a few thousand are produced each year, and the first watermelon of the season is auctioned publicly, with a single fruit regularly selling for over $10,000. It is given as a luxury gift in Japan, where premium fruit has long been considered one of the highest forms of hospitality. Almas caviar. Almas caviar comes from albino beluga sturgeon found in the southern Caspian Sea, and is distinguished by its extremely pale, almost golden color. The word almas means diamond in Russian, and the caviar is sold in 24-karat gold tins to reflect its status. It is produced in extraordinarily small quantities and is considered the rarest caviar in existence. A single kilogram has been priced at over $30,000, making it arguably the most expensive food product sold anywhere in the world. Kopi Luwak coffee. Kopi Luwak is a coffee produced from beans that have been eaten and passed through the digestive system of the Asian palm civet, a small cat-like animal native to Southeast Asia. The fermentation that occurs inside the civet's body breaks down certain proteins in the bean and is said to produce a smoother, less bitter coffee. A single cup can cost between $30 and $100 in specialty cafes. It remains one of the most controversial luxury foods in the world due to ethical concerns surrounding the captivity and treatment of civets in commercial production.